Is paradise a place or is it a feeling? Is it more about how we perceive life, how we experience life, and not so much about where we experience it? Isn't paradise more about an attitude of behavior and feelings that are important to us? Once we can identify what these attitudes and feelings are that represent our personal notion of paradise, maybe we can build on it. But before we do that, let's experience some emotions and see which ones we'd like to feel more of or less of, so we know what's in alignment with our paradise and what isn't. So you're going to see this first group. In total, you're going to see two groups of photos. This first group of photos, I'll start in a minute. I'll sequence through them, and I just want you to notice how you feel when you view these images. And you're certainly welcome to, and I encourage you to write down in that chat window at the bottom left corner of your screen, type in your impressions as you're watching them. If you want to do that, that's fine, or just write them on a piece of paper. Okay, so I'll just start the sequence now. Okay, yes, I'm seeing what wonderful comments. Thank you so much for writing those and just focusing in on how you're feeling while you were seeing those images. Absolutely, I agree totally. So just notice how you're feeling with those emotions and impressions. Okay, so now we're going to look at a next group of photos. So again, please tune into them, notice how you're feeling, write them into the talk window if you'd like to, okay? Okay, yes, wonderful. Oh, beautiful comments. Beautiful comments. So just, and I just have to share this with you that I notice when I'm reading your comments how I feel reading your comments. I feel much better reading comments from the second group of photos. So that's kind of an interesting experience for me. So thank you so much for your beautiful comments. Happy, lighthearted, bliss, elated, amazed. That's the last line that I'm reading here from Tara. So thank you so much. Okay, so yeah, just to segue into the next comment here. So based on the actions of the people in the photos, or even the photos of the landscapes, which photos made you feel the best, or left you with the most positive feeling? What actions could you take today so that you could live that feeling, so that you could directly experience those beautiful comments that you made in after the second group of photos, so that you could experience those in your life today? What kinds of things could you do? And I'm not sure if I'm asking a rhetorical question. If anyone wants to make a comment, certainly you can share that. I'm sort of putting that question out there for everyone just to think about. You don't necessarily have to come up with ideas right now, but I'm just posing these questions that, isn't Paradise about matching those feelings that you identified as being important and wanting more of that in your life? So then we have to think about perhaps what actions could we take in our lives that would duplicate those feelings that we were commenting about from those photographs. So if Paradise is a feeling, you want to match that feeling. So what choices could you make that represent the building blocks to creating your paradise? So just hold that thought for a second. Now, I have talked a lot about the significant portions of our brain that does the automatic processes without our conscious awareness. And actually, according to the wonderful Dr. Bruce Lipton, who wrote a book called Biology of Belief, he started off as a cell biologist and then got very much involved in quantum physics. A fascinating author. He said that 95% of our brain functions habitually, and these behaviors are also acquired mostly from other people. So they're out of our awareness. He says that our creative conscious mind is only about 5%. So that's not a large part of our brain, but it's that conscious part of our brain, our mind, that is filled with a vast potentiality. It's a place where individual expression can create beyond the boundaries of two dimensions, where we can dream about what is meaningful to us. Just like Martin Luther King had a dream, and he was a person just like you and I, or Gandhi. We can create magnificent works of art, or science, or literature. And it's our mind that allows us to create something very unique, where we are able to choose. So maybe you've never thought about the quality of your life as your choice, but if it's not your choice, then whose is it? If it's not your responsibility, then whose is it? So let's explore how consciousness is linked to choice, with some help from Christian de Quincey, who is a professor of philosophy and consciousness studies at John F. Kennedy University. And he said, to know, be aware of, to feel, plus the ability to choose. Whenever we make a choice, you are feeling, knowing the possibilities that surround you, and purposefully direct your energy to achieve some aim. End of quote.